Hey, what is up, gang? It is Adam. It is Proxy Time. It's been 3 weeks, man. It has been a while since I've done Proxy Time. I had a lot of things going on the last few weeks. Believe it or not, I guess 3 weeks ago was the Super Bowl, which that feels like forever ago. And then, what happened 2 weeks ago was opening release weekend. So I did a box open, I believe is what I did instead of Proxy Time. And then last weekend we did some gameplay, so I wasn't able to actually get any proxy times going. So making up for it today, going to do a couple things here. So I'm going to be doing this periodically where I've done Sensei's Divining Top as a proxy, but I want to redo it because I did this one probably 3 years ago, maybe 4 years ago at this point. And my style has changed quite a bit. And now my proxy bugs me. Because here, let me show you. Let me get this up so I can kind of give you. So this is how it looks. We're going to use the same art. Now, right away, you can see when you zoom in, although when it prints out, it's fine. But when you zoom in, it's grainy kind of looking. It's not as crisp as what I normally like. And then also you can see the spacing. This is not what I do. So look at something that I just did the last proxy time. See, the spacing is a lot more even. It doesn't seem scrunched. What I ended up doing here is like stretching out the text box. So see how it looks like taller. It doesn't seem proportional to a normal, even though let's shrink it down. It doesn't seem proportional to a normal text box. And then when you look at this, that looks normal because it is normal. All I did was pull it over, copied, and bring it over. And this was just a different way of how I was doing it. I believe when I did this was when I used to do these separate. So I do the bottom box, bring it over, top box, bring it over, and then I try to balance them out. And I don't remember why there's so much space on each side, but there's a few cards that I want to do redo proxies on. So like Ristic Study is another one that I don't like how much border there is. There's just too much here, even when you print the card out. I like it like this. When you print the card out, it gets really close. Like this is probably a little tight because of the legendary things on the side. But I like this so much better. It just feels like a real card. Whereas this, I guess you can tell it's a proxy, which I guess that's fine too. So just out of my pet peeve wise, I want to fix this. I want to get back to making something that I would make it look good, I guess. And then also going to hit up, we have, so that's the art I'll be using. Scrubland is the next dual land. This is the 9th out of the 10 that are, that I've done. So I'll have this, and then the last one will be Savannah. And then I'll be done with all the dual lands. All the dual lands will be done. And then also, we'll see on timing wise, we'll get to Sword of Hearth and Home. I have both arts I'll be using with this one, and then the alt art that came, the full art thing. So let's get started because this might be a long one. It could be up to 4 proxies when I'm all said and done. So let's get clear some stuff off here. So I have some room. All right, let's start with Sensei. So we aren't going to use this text box. I just wanted to start with, hey, we have Sensei. This is what we're using. We're going to use this one. I like how these are those better. Because this just seems darker, as you can kind of see. This is just a brighter card, so I like using this a lot more. So let's just start with that. Make sure everything is good to go. Yep, we're good here. All right, so let's start bringing stuff over. And I've been battling my fourth cold in like 4 months, so that's been fun. I was supposed to, what was I working? I'm working on a climbing wall in our basement, and I was going to get that done all this weekend, and then I just felt like crap yesterday, so I basically played with Magic cards. I got some trades, or not trades, I did a buy list going to Card Kingdom, a pretty big one actually. Oh yeah, that's the only problem with these artifacts. They do that. And that. Let's get rid of some of this at least. So that's what basically, I couldn't really like do anything yesterday, so I sat and did that for a bit, sorted cards. Then we watched some Iron Man, which was pretty sweet. I've seen it, but the boys, I'm trying to get them into getting caught up on that so we can, they're young. They haven't watched all that stuff yet. So little by little getting them introduced to all that stuff. So we got through Iron Man, watched another kids movie. Well, Chronicles of Narnia. So that was my day. That was my week. Oh, wait. I guess I should say Friday, I did go see Brian Regan, which was pretty sweet. Freaking love him. Man, he's aged, though. His hair is all gray. It's pretty crazy. And I saw his special right after or during COVID last year, and he mentioned his gray hair and stuff. All right, so I want to fix this right here. So that's my weekend in a nutshell, and I've just been battling a stupid cold. I think this one worked out pretty. Let me close in a little bit. No. I guess I could just fix this once we bring it over. I'm kind of messing with it when I don't really need to. Yeah, it's probably good enough. Because we'll smooth out those lines when we bring it over. All right, so let's do that. We're bringing it over to this art. Okay, so Sensei's top. We want, for the most part, everything in there. Now, if we get too far over, and I think that's why I did that in the other one, is I had the one, because then you lose part of the top part. I'd like this to go there. Oh, you know what we're going to do? I got an idea. Switching it. Let's flip this image. We're going to rotate horizontally. There we go. Now let's bring this in. I don't care if the title, said it all weird. The title is covered a bit, but I care if that is covered. So there's the end of the Sensei's top. Let's get the whole thing in there. That'll get the whole thing there. So let's do that. Start cropping it. So I'll be taking drinks of my beverage throughout just to keep my throat going. It's pretty dry. All right, so first things first, we crop it in. What are some things I want to do with this one? I don't want to spend a crap ton of time with this because I have done this proxy before, so it might just really be bringing that to the foreground. We flipped it around a little bit. I don't want to do much here. We could do what I kind of did in the last one, is get this edge to come through. I don't want to mess with the top part too much here. Because this is an important card and people are going to use it. I mean, you should be using this in every deck almost. So I don't want to cover too much text. So let's do this instead. Because we know we're not going to cover much of the text. Let's get rid of that. And we have a lot of proxies to do anyways. So we'll get Sensei's done. So we can move on to the next. I don't want to rush it, but I don't want to spend a crap ton of time on it when I already know we already have a proxy of this, and this one's pretty easy, you know. And this is definitely one I don't want to. Oops. I don't want to cover text box with. All right, so we'll just do all our cleanup stuff now, so we don't have to come back to it. Let's make a crisp line across. Ah, that's not what I wanted. I wanted to do this. There we go. Crisp. Deselect it. I did open up the your window before. It wasn't always cut off, but I want you guys to be able to see all of this. So if you're watching to try to do it yourself, I want you to be able to see as much as possible. So it might be a little different than the last time I did it. There's a lot of things different, actually. I figured out. So there's some things that changed in the last 3 weeks because we did a lot of live stuff. I figured out why my sound was so off. That was bugging the crap out of me every time I was doing this Proxy Time stuff. It sounds fine in here, and if I record it, it sounds fine. But for some reason going live, it wasn't sounding good. And what it was my settings were set for... we got a little bump here. We're going to fix that. My settings were set for this to be on Twitch. So... it for some reason that isn't the same settings, and so I switched it so it was just YouTube, and that seemed to solve the problem. So that's why things sound probably a little bit better this time, and it should stay that way. Oh, we'll probably want to go all the way down with that. Let's alt it, so we're gonna whoops. I want to get to that same spot. Let's do it this way. Right there. Yeah, so it's always a freaking learning process with all this. It's nice because it keeps getting upgraded and all that. It just bugs the crap out of me that it didn't sound as good for those months that I was doing that. Because I listened back to my recorded stuff, and I didn't want to go back to recording because I do like... I know tonight was a weird night because I didn't do the 7:30. It's been 3 weeks since I've done this, so there probably isn't a lot of people on. But listening back to the old ones where I recorded it, they sounded so much better. The sound quality was just so much better. And so that's why I wanted to get... I didn't want to go back to that, though, because clicking the wrong thing. See, it's been a while. All right, there we go. I don't know why I'm doing that over here, because this is all going to be gone. Let's just do that now. That's going to come to the foreground. There we go. A little bit there. I do want to clean up this bottom part because I got something over here. So let's get this down there. Right about there. I think that looks good. There, clean that up. All right, now let's zoom out and check out what we did here. Much better. And that's what I should do is so you guys can see. There's a bug that just flew in here. What the hell? Oh, it's a box elder bug. It just flew in front of me. I don't know if you saw it on camera, but hang on, a little bastard. I'm going to kill him and then throw him in the garbage later. All right, I'm killing him. It's all right. Kill the bug. All right. All right, so that's good. That's good. We're not going to do much more there, but I did want to show you. Oh, that might not be as easy as I was thinking. Oh, wait. Yeah, I can. So I'm going to show you that one again, just to give you what it used to look like again. I should have kept that up from before. There's so many proxies. I think I've got to be approaching 300 at this point for proxies. All right, so we'll do a new, so you can see this one. All right, so that is the old one. And let's look at the new one, Sensei art. Yeah, it's flipped, but look at, it's not like, that just seemed weird. I'm going to bring it over so it's easier to see. Come over here. All right. There. Okay, so that's that one. That's the new one. It just looks so much better. It's not scrunched. Everything's just done better with that. Okay, so we aren't completely done yet. We have to get to the CommanderSmith logo in there somewheres. So let's get this going. I don't really have a plan for this yet. I kind of was looking at it earlier, thinking maybe the handle or something like that, but I'm not positive on that. We have the little dots here. There's a little bugger. He's climbing on me again. It's Attack of the freaking box elder bugs. I thought I killed him, but he came back to get me. All right. He was up on my, is on my neck there. That little bugger. All right. One thing I am noticing is my cropping is a little off. I'm going to need to come in a little closer on this side. Let me just fix that really quick. It'd get fixed once I turn it into the card, but we're going to crop it down just a tad. All right, about there. There. That looks even. Okay. Now we're even on each side. All right, so now let's bring that over again. Copy. Paste it. And shrink it. So, where are you going to go? One thought is like up here. Thought is there. It's very, very small, but it would work. Let's see how small that would be. We could go not just the inside of the circle, we'll go the bigger part of it. Like the whole thing instead of the... turn just a tad more. All right. I think that'll work. I don't think I need two of them. Or I could put the other one right there. Let's duplicate that layer. Hello, Boobies. How's it going, Gus? Thanks for dropping by and giving me a hello, Boobies. And twist it a little. And we're going to drop down just a little bit. It seems a little off. Just one of them's off. Maybe this guy. Yeah, this one still needs to twist up a little. Excuse me. We'll do that. And it needs to shift just a little bit. Now I feel like I twisted it too much. I don't want to mess with this too much because we are... What are we at for time? 18 minutes and I'm only on the first one still. Okay, let's just get this done. Because this is... I'll drop these down a little bit with a fade. And drop this one down with a fade. Ooh, that might have been too much, maybe. Yeah, it's too much. That's better. You know what? I'm getting rid of this one because they're bugging me. One of them's off. I don't need two of those on there. We're getting rid of that one. We're just going to keep that simple. There. That one there. All right. That is Sensei's top. Let's move on to the next stuff here. And I do want to save this since we're working on a bunch of stuff now. Where am I? Proxy Time. We'll just do this one as Sensei. I could keep that on screen here because you guys can see it. Just Sensei. I rename it later. But I wouldn't want to lose this. Okay. That one is done. That is the old one. So again, look how much better that looked. Oh, I got rid of it, but that looks so much better than that other one. And it's more clear as you zoom in. The other one got really faded as you got in there. So very good. All right, Scrubland. Okay, Scrubland's a little more difficult. It's going to be easy, but it's that whole thing. Like I like having this in there, and you can't use this text box because there is no cutoffs. So that you have to make your own cutoffs. So I have 3 different things I'm going to be using here. All right. So we got Sensei's in there. So we need the Savannah or Scrubland. So we got that one, and that one. I think that's all I need. The swords are there. Wedding ring sometime will be done. Oh, there it is there too. Okay. This is the art I'm going to use because Scrubland's art sucks. And this is the online, I think the Vintage Masters or whatever one of that. So that is the art that I'm going to use. It's not the actual, this is the old, look how boring. Like, it's super boring. And look, this is really bad, like grainy, but we're not using that. So that's the original one. And it's just like, okay, I guess it is a Scrubland. That and Savannah are very boring. That's why I saved them for last. All right, so what we want to do is grab everything from this, except we're going to grab this text box. So let's do this whole thing first. And I'm still grabbing this one because I'm going to line it up with this text right here. But as you can see, the reason why I'm using this instead of the original one is because you can break this up a lot easier than you can with the original dual land, because they don't have those board. I hate the. I mean, it looks cool on the retro stuff that we're getting, but it's so much easier to do things like this when you have these like borders here. All right, this is just pissing me off here. Let's grab it right there. Whoops. Right there. Good. All right, let's make sure everything else is lined up right. That's why I check it, because the bottom was not. All right, that looks lined up. We have a little bit of a bump here, so we're going to get rid of that with Alt. Oh, we need a little bit further down. And over here. Right there. Good. Straight across. Okay, move up to the top. And grab this. I could do this straight line across here too, which I might end up doing anyways. So let's do that. Okay, so we got to shift that to grab it and match. We're good. We're good. Something funky's going on over here. All right, so it wants me to go a little higher there. So is that what I want to do, or do I want to stay within this? I think that's kind of what I want to do there. All right, I think we're good there. Let's bring it over. Which one are we bringing it to? We're bringing it to this guy. And we definitely want to utilize this tree, because that tree is actually pretty nice in there. It's actually something going on in the picture, unlike the other Scrubland. Let's get it so we can see through a little bit here. So what we'll probably do is actually... let's see here. Might make it so that it comes through here like that. I won't mess with this one, but we'll have this one come to the foreground. Is there anything else I want to take over? We might mess... Hey, what's up, bro? How was your birthday, buddy? What I might do is see this here, this line. That could also, this could come out of that is another option. It would be nice to have this mountain range here, but I want the tree. I think the tree's more important than the mountain range. The one thing I kind of worry about right over here is the tree just sprouting out of the text box, because that just looks stupid. So that's why I'm kind of thinking about this line here. Ooh, and I'll use this too, this little brush thing in the front. That'll be kind of cool. There's some things we could do here. Okay, so we're going to keep it like this. I think that's how I want this. Thanks, bro. Yeah, I did already Sensei's top, so we got one down and a lot to go. All right. So I think this one could be fun, actually, what we mess with this. Bringing it to there. Balancing on each side. God, I hate that I sniff right into the mic. I gotta move that away. Okay, so let me just test some things really quick before we actually... I just want to do that whole test thing to see what angle we want to do. Oops, get out of there. What angle we want to do with this. So what I was talking about with the tree, we're just going to do a quick thing here. We're not finalizing this. I just want to see how it looks. So if you have the tree there, just sprouting out of there. Oof. Let's try being a little bit more like that. I don't like it just sprouting out of the box. So then the other option I talked about was following that line there, getting rid of that there. That doesn't look good either. Because then what I was hoping I could do is then follow that. But I just don't think that works. So. All right. Plan D. Because I don't know how I want to do this. I could. What if it was just the top part? What if it was this? So almost like it split the box there. I don't know if I like that either. Because then we do that. And like this. Would that work? Maybe. Could do that, and then we could grab the line here and don't follow it all the way across, but just almost like that. And would this look good here with that gone? No, I'd probably leave that in. I'm not sure about that. My other option, and now since this isn't working the way I want it to, we're backing it up a bit. All right, we're getting back past the cropping part. Come on. All right, we're shifting our whole image over. Till right when the tree, oops, kind of comes through. Because this is probably what I should have tested before I brought it over. Because this will look a little bit better because you don't have to worry about it just sprouting out of the box. It still kind of does, but not as bad. Because then we can kind of do that. And I think that'll look a lot better. And then the other part I want to do is still get this in there. That's going to be a little more tricky. But I think we might use the fade tool on that one. I think this is what I want to do. I think that'll look a lot better. So let's do that. Okay, so let's crop again. I think that's a better angle. You know, the stupid thing about this is there's nothing going on. Like, this land sucks.
I love the dual lands, but I just wish that the old versions had better, art. And I'm not an artist, so I can't talk, but it's just, this is not the one the original one. If I were to use the original one, there's nothing to use there. So I have no idea where to put the logo. I guess it's going to be one of those mountain ones. We'll fade it with the clouds, I think is what we'll do there. All right, so we already have our background stamped, but we want to get rid of this little thing there. So we're just going to have to restamp it. Let's get rid of that. So I'm just clicking over here, and unlike when I'm making the background come through, so when I'm doing the back, so there you're clicking here, you're moving it here, and then you're painting. Now when I do the background, when you stamp, and this is all in the tutorial for the very first one that I did, how to make a proxy, but just in case people are wondering, I'm pressing Alt, stamping, I am not moving it, and then I'm stamping again. So now it's stamped the same background. It's not moving it at all. So now when I go here and I jump on the branch, it's this exact background. So it isn't moved or shifted. It's exactly right there. And that's how you do it. I don't go over that enough. I haven't got people saying it, but I know people are making more and more proxies lately and asking for tips and stuff. And so that I just want to give that out a little bit more often, tell you guys how to do that. And if you guys ever have questions when you're on, or even if you're not live, write it in a message and I'll try to answer it later. All right, so we're going to kind of, I think, stop there. I kind of want to grab to here to there. Let's see what looks there. Yeah, we can't just stop there. We basically got to grab this whole thing here. Almost kind of like its little island. Because it pretty much stops right there. Okay. Yeah. I like that. All right. And then we're leaving this branch alone. Why is that P bugging me? Please tell me that didn't. Mother... see, I noticed that the P right there is like halfway gone because it's halfway gone there. Son of a bitch. All right. Is it that big of a deal? Yeah, it bugs me. Bugs me enough that I'm going to do this. All right, here's something that we can try, though. Let's see if we can line it up. Okay. Is that lined up? Is that basically on the same thing? Yes. Right? Okay, so this is what we do. So we just made layer 2. It makes more sense to do it this way. Get rid of layer 1. Oh. We need to get rid of layer 2, right? But that P still looks funky. Why does that P still look like that? Did I not copy it? I pressed copy there. Oh, okay. Let's try this one more time. I'll line it up. It doesn't have to be perfect because we're going to get rid of one layer. Now the P looks fine. And then we're going to bring this down and do everything we just did. Redo it. Damn it. So let's get rid of the symbol again. Apologize if you guys... Now it's in fast forward. That's why just take that extra 30 seconds to make sure when you're bringing it over that everything is highlighted, because that was just a little thing. It didn't matter too much, but it mattered enough that it bugged the crap. I would have known that it was there. So we restamped. Now we're going back here, doing our tree again. In that. So we still got to do the other text box, and that's what I wanted to show next. Oh no, we're going to do the bush first. Oh shoot, no, we actually got to do the text box first. I think actually I should be doing the text box before I did this, because let me show you why. This part might be pointless because of what I'm going to do next. All right, so remember what I said. I want, got a lot of stuff here. I want this. I like that 2-layer look to it, the multicolors of this. So I just want all of this. And actually it might be easier is doing a box. And we'll grab from this corner to that corner. And then we're going to copy that. Going to bring it over to our Scrubland. And we're going to plug it in there. So we want it right. Still want it framed out. We need to get this in. All right, let's shrink it down so I can actually do this. All right, so let's try to line it up as best we can. See, there's where that tree's coming in. So this is going to go over this text box too. So we got that there. Let's look at that. Okay, so what I want to do is we're going to combine layers here. We got to bring this back up to 100. Okay. Then what we're going to do is we're going to take these two and we're going to merge them. Merge layers. Okay. Now it's one layer. So now when I go boop, brings the whole thing down. We got rid of the other one because this came over the top of it. And all we have to do now is just get rid of that. So I think my stamp is still there. Oops. Back on here. So it wasn't that much extra work, but the merging the layers thing is something that I kind of just recently started doing a lot more as well. Let's see. Is that how far I want to go over? Yeah. I like how that looks there, actually. And then what we're going to do is that bottom, what I had mentioned, we're going to make it about 55. We're going to do this, and we want to make it very, very tight. Yeah, probably that. So I haven't let go at this point. So I'm just kind of making spiky bushes. Okay, and now I let go, and I'm going to blend in the bottom. Actually, I might bring this up to get rid of the... Oops, see how much more that is there? So maybe not. So we want to blend it more. Like that. And get more on the bottom. We're eliminating the text box on the bottom. Let's see what this looks like. See, it kind of gives that little bush feel, and you want to be able to see through it because it is just a bush. You know, you should be able to see through that. So I'm just going to do a little bit more here. And the thing is I'm doing both the opacity down and using the fuzzy tool, you know, technical terms. And that allows for that more, not precise lines there. So I think I like how that looks. Yeah, I like it a lot. Okay. It is, I'm going to say this does look weird almost that it's floating. Is there anything I want to do with that? Maybe I'll fade it in a little bit. I think if I fade down here a little bit more, I like that. Okay, so then we're at 70 is normal. Oh yeah, I think that looks better. Kind of fades out into the tree. It's not a floating tree. I like that a lot better. It's kind of going into the ground there. Okay, so that's good there. We need to mess with the top of the text box because I don't like how that looks. This right here. The bottom one might be fine there. Oops. I just went right into it there. There we go. And top there. Okay. And let's get this bottom part. I think it's actually pretty good, but I'll just clean it up anyways, just to make sure we get everything there. There's something bugging me up there, though. Let's get a little closer. I think it's that corner right there. Could even be that I need to clean that top up. Just to be safe, get rid of that. And let's deselect. All right. How's that look? That's a pretty spiffy looking Scrubland there. A lot better than the original ones. All right, so let's get that logo in somewhere. Like I said, probably behind the mountains there. That's always the easy spot when you don't have a spot to go. Ah. Yeah, we'll do it between the peaks back there. I think that's probably the best spot. This is brighter over here, though. Yeah, I think just peeking over there will be fine. I'm going to see through it just a tad. Okay. Let's shift down just a little bit. Over. Good. All right, and let's bring... Already got our background, so I think all we have to do is this. I think that'll work. Good. I might have been good at that 54%. I think that's the right level, maybe a little lower. That works right there. Okay. Boom. Scrubland. Let's save it. And move on. Scrub. Card. And we put it all in caps so I remember which one is which. Okay. Let's move on. So we got Scrubland out. We don't need to save that. We need that. Hard Earth and Home is next. We don't need that. We have Sensei's sword. All right, let's move Scrub over here. And let's get the Sword of Hearth and Home. So we want to bring those. So we want that art. We want this. We want this and this. One of them I'm getting rid of, or two of them because I already have this here. Okay, so that's the art we're going to use for one. Man, that's grainier than I'd like. I don't know if I like how grainy that looks. That one looks good. So we're not going to use this background as I showed on the other swords. It's just because you can see through. And when you're trying to match it up, if you don't match up perfectly to this art, then it just looks goofy. So we're not using that. We will use... Okay, we got the sword. We got the sword. Scrubland's there, so we'll use this one. But I'm not sure if I'm liking how grainy this looks because the other swords. Let's see if I can show you guys that. Let's see. Proxies. Yeah. So let's show you one of the other swords. Let's do that one. Look how clear that is. And then you look at it, just looks grainy. It might be the one I have to use because I don't think I found one that was better. I'm trying to think, get a Google search going here. Bring that over. So it was Sword of Hearth and Home Art. All right, what do we got here? Man, that's not that high of... This is the one I used right here. But it doesn't look that grainy there. Yeah, that might be the one I have to use. Kind of sucks. Could use the one with the autograph. That's too small. I'm not seeing any. Maybe this one? Ooh. Ooh, there it is. We're using this one. Save the image. Let's just do sword really big so I can find that. Now, there's two things I can do here. If this doesn't work the way I wanted to. Oh, where is sword? Sword. There he is. Much better. All right, let's check out. We're going to turn this one. Rotate left. Compared to, look how much better that looks. Oops, the other way. Oh, okay. I'm glad we did that because this is too grainy for me. And we got, let's see, the sword, casting cost will be here. So we can have this go through the title. I'm fine with it going that way. So do that. Okay, so we're ready for our sword. Let's get moving on this. This is probably going to do that funky thing that this artifacts are doing. Is grab all the way up here. Make sure we highlight everything here. Looks good. All right, so far so good. Get a little closer. Oh yeah, this side always does that. And then if I do this, oh, there it goes. Now this I want to be a little bit more precise because I am doing 2 proxies with this. So it'll save me time if I get this before I bring it over a little bit more perfect here. Shrink this up a bit. Oops. There we go. Stop it. All right, so what we're going to do is this. Alt it. And bring it up to there. Okay. That's good. Might mess with this just a little bit. God dang it. Just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. All right, let's really shrink this up. And it shouldn't grab much more. Oh, you son of a bitch. What? I'm not even clicking over there. Why are you going over there? All right, really, really small. There. Every single time. All right, fine. We're just going to smooth this up then, I guess. I guess that's my option there. Let's fix this top. Straight across. Good. We're good there. We're good on the hump. This is my only little nubbin. I'll have to fix it on both of them. That's okay. And then we'll grab all this. And do this thing again. Shift it. It might be lower than I'd like it to be, actually. We're going to alt it. Let's bring it up to there. Okay, that's straight across there. Mess with it a little bit here. And we got something going on here. There we go. And I think we got to fix the top here, so we're going to alt this as well. That might be good. This is a little, so this is always the side I was going to mess with later. Yeah. That might be fine. Oops. Okay. Let's bring it over. Which one are we going to do first? Let's use the one that we were just working on. Make a huge text box, Lowry? What do you mean a huge text box? Oh, this was a big file on this one. Let's see. Position-wise, I'm good there, good there, good there. We're good. Perfect. Okay, so what I want to do is a zoom, 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 and a boom, boom. Let's get rid of this. Oh, there goes our first spammer. Thanks, spammer. All right. So we're gonna have the arm come through. What are we losing here? If we have the arm come, we have to have the arm come through. That's what we did the other ones. So this comes through, hand, sword, boom, all the way through. We lose. It's saying white there. Whenever a creature, we're gonna lose a little bit there. Target creature you own, and search your library. Okay, so we'll be able to see the basic land part, but we're gonna lose the protection from white. So is that really how big we want it? We might want to shrink it up and position ourselves a little differently. How do we get the white in there? Unless we flip the sword. That is the other option. That might be what we do. Let's see what we do here. All right. Rotate horizontally. Now let's bring it back in. We just got to make sure that we don't cut out the casting cost, which I don't think we will on this one because the flames are just here. So I was going to have these green flames. That actually look kind of cool. The green flames going through there. Position wise, we need a little bit bigger. And we will shift it up. I think that'll work there. Let's see what it looks like when we're all the way through. So, equip creature. We're going to lose that. Gets 2+2 and has protection. We're going to see green there. Maybe I might shrink it a little bit. And then we can shift it over just a little bit more. So you can see the green, the 2+2. Target creature. Shoot. It's hard to position because you want to make sure you get the sword in there. But you want to make sure you get as much in here as you can see. Exile up to one target. You'll be able to see create you own. You'll miss the U. Basic land. You'll lose that too. So what if I'm shifted down? So we have the sword take over the 3 there. green, white. Target creature, own, and search your library for sick land. So you should probably be able to figure out basic there. I think that might work. All right, so we're going to shift it there. Let's recrop. Sides, this might need to come just a little bit that way. For sure this way. We're good there. And maybe just a little higher. Okay. Leave the words as they would be, but then turn the multicolored box to match the card and make it a full length. Yeah, that'd be kind of funny. Just completely reposition everything. I like the way you think, Lowry. Let's get rid of this down here, the artist stuff there. Actually, that could probably just stay there. I'm just worried about when it gets cut. This might actually show up on like half of the card, so it might just look weird. So that's why I want to get rid of it. Not that I want to cover up the artist stuff. It's just where that's positioned is kind of a funky spot. So we're just stamping over here, bringing it over. Oh, I do have a Kleenex. And I don't have a Kleenex by my computer for that reason, just so you know. It's not because of other things, because I don't do that by my computer. I'm going to put myself on mute on just a second. All right. Apologize for that. I just got to wipe my nose. Sick season. Just always being sick. And then the fun thing is freaking taking so many COVID tests, because if every time I get sick, it's like, well, I got to make sure it's not COVID. So we've burned through so many tests. It's insane. All right, let's fix that top there too. We got to get that symbol out of there. Let's fix the top and then we'll get down to the symbol. We need that there. Oh, we do need to do this. Okay. There we go. There we go. I wonder, no, that'd be stupid. It's like, it'd be kind of cool to have these trees come through, but the trees aren't, those are way in the background. That would be really silly to have that there. All right, so let's get rid of this guy here. Get a little closer because the color is a little off. You think the whole text box should be the same color, but it isn't. It's different shades as you go across. All right, I got rid of that. Now let's go back to the background here. Let's start with the top. This is the easier part, so we're going to do the sword there. Really takes over. Then we're going to do is bring this down. And we're going to change it to this. And we're going to follow those lines pretty close. That. It's kind of cool flames. They're more like worms than flames. Now this, we're going to get rid of the box there. Just enough so you can see the 3. But we want to make this also go away, so we're going to get rid of the box on the bottom on all of these. So I'm like clicking multiple times because I am at that 50%. So each time I click it, it does a 50%, 50%, 50%. So I got rid of the bottom part of the text box there. So it looks more like it is coming through. This would be at 70. So let's see how that looks at 70. I think that looks pretty good. Maybe get a little bit in here. Make this a little wider. A little bit there. I think that one's pretty good. I might make it come in front of the O a little bit more. It'd be nice actually to wrap that one around. so let's tighten this up. We're going to make this one really clear. So I kind of want that feel that this is wrapping around the text box. Over the top here. Like that. These are fine doing what they're doing. And I want to get that text box gone on the top there. Okay. All right, let's see how that looks. Good, good, good. All right, now let's get the rest of the sword done. The hard part. Or the easy part. We'll see how it goes. Depends what happens here. What are we going to be able to cheat? Is it going to grab all the sword? So far, so good. Good, good, good. Down to the hand. Oh, I didn't even think about the equip part, but I kept that in there. That's good. That worked out so that it doesn't get covered. Hey, this should turn out pretty good. Then all I need is some cleanup on that, and it should be fine. But now we can just do this. Oh, dude has tattoos. I didn't even realize it. That's pretty cool. Right there and right there and right there. And it kind of matches what his sword's doing. Those little flames are more like snake thingies. All right, so deselect. Now we clean it up. That. Might have gone too far down there. Just want that little nubbin out of there. We go. Okay, the knuckles look fine. I think I'm a little too high on the percentage, so I can't see through as well. That all looks good. Smooth this out. And there we go. Actually did pretty good on the highlights. Makes this a lot easier when that does a good job of not getting pixelated. I missed a little bit here, but that's like the only spot. My nose is now just running like crazy. Fun stuff. Okay, I think that's good there. How do we look up there? Okay, now the sword. Smooth out those lines. And this actually looks pretty good. Okay, let's check this out. Oh, that looks pretty sexy. All right, 2+2 has, you can kind of see the green, and from white. Deals combat damage to a player, exile up to one target creature, own, then search your library for Isik land card, put those both into play under your control, then shuffle. Okay, you can see most of the card. I'm happy. Let's bring that up to 70%. And let's get that logo somewhere. I haven't even thought about that. Where does that even go? There isn't... Oh, I could make it part of his tattoo. What do we got there? Dirty fingernail. Could make it curl into the tattoo there. He does have these there, but those are really small. We could do it in this on the sword like we did before, or this half arc. That could work there. Let's see what happens. You can tell that image was huge because normally when I bring the logo over, it takes up most of the screen, and that barely took up the screen. So this image was very, very large. Okay, so if I were to do this, oops, what shifted? Something shifted there. If I get it right in the middle, let me see. And then we're gonna mess with that a bit. What I want to do. Okay, so we're still on the background. So let's get this. And we're gonna cut across like that. Okay, and then actually what I want to do here is we need to move this. We need to skew it. So we need to, whoops. Okay. So I got to redo this part because otherwise it's going to mess everything up. So we got to skew it now because I want it to come down to here. We're fine on the top, but I want this to do this arc there a little bit. So we're going to skew. Is that the one I want? There, but I don't want to lose how this angle is. Ooh, that might be better. Come on, stretch it out. And oh, it's so close. Okay, so let's get back to scale. I think if we get to scale, we can get it to where I want it. Because they're almost fitting inside. Yeah, because then we'll have the arc there, stay there. I think that will work. Let's see. So we're going to do the stamp again. Because what I want is this, like that. And like that. It's very choppy. I'm just trying to see if this is how I want it. Because then the other thought I was thinking was using this and using this cross. I definitely don't want to do that because that looks just like a bunch of... I don't know if I like that. I think it's too much. So, tried it. Sucked. So we're changing things up. All right, so that's back to where we wanted it. We're going down to here. The easy spot for it. We did that once before. We're going to do it again because there really isn't a clear-cut option of where I want things. So let's put it on the handle. I don't want it so... I want it more see-through there. No, that would look silly. Let's try it to see if that would work. Okay, so if it makes sense, let's think here. The sword, the CS should actually probably be like that, right? Should be the other way around. I think that's how I'd want it. Definitely not as bright as that. I don't know if I like that spot either. Urgh. Wasted most of my time on putting this damn logo somewhere. I put it part of his tattoos, like I said originally. Just right in the middle of his wrist. or a little thing right there. It's like his little bow tie. That actually might look the best. Just putting it right on the wrist there instead of forcing it on a tattoo. Let's turn that so it matches our stuff there. And what is our levels? Like that. But then what we will do is little ties. Shrink this down. There we go. That actually looks pretty good. Yeah, that actually works. And like how dark it is, it fits in there. Okay. That one's done. Let's get on to the last one. We are at an hour and 11 minutes. Yep. That's what happens when you don't do it for 3 weeks. Got to do it all at once. Get a bunch of them done. So let's get the other one going. This one should be... I'm not going to say it because then it won't be easy. This one should be fun. Let's just say that. It's going to be fun. We're having fun. Okay, so we're going to need some cropping with this one because this does not fit inside that box. So we want the tree in most of this. We want these little danglies in it. Gwen, what do you say? Hey, Adam, what you doing? Making a proxy? Yes, I'm making lots of proxies. It's been a while, so I'm doing a lot of them all at once. The tree. So I don't want the tree to just stop here. So what we are going to have is our foreground stuff is going to be the little dangles. These little guys there. I think that'll be mostly our foreground stuff and then the sword itself. So let's position that so it fits in there the best. I think that might be our best spot. Let's crop that up. Even it with the bottom. Okay, I can dig that. So we're not going to do... You're on a proc... I know. I know you were being sarcastic. I know what's going on. Oh, man. Just the stuffy nose just kicked in. Okay. Love you too, Gwen. Good video, by the way, Gwen. You're the one with Lowry. You guys, I'm excited to do that in a couple weeks. The games seem pretty fun, actually. I was like, oh, I know that one. And Lowry had to be the first one to do it, so he didn't know necessarily how the games are going to go. And so now that I saw it, I'm like, oh, yeah, I could do that game. Oh, why did I have to do the stamping? We want to get rid of this first. So, ooh, look at all this wheat down here. What is going on with the side action here? You see that? What is this frame here? We're going to get rid of that. It really doesn't matter because that will be out. Oh, this is off. That's not even... We're going to change this a little bit here. Hang on. Okay, the positioning of everything is just off a little bit. So we need to move over just a tad. We got to remember the bottom is going to be cut off there. I don't want that 3 to be cut off too much. Okay, I think each side there's something weird going around the frame. So I think I want to get rid of that. This is going to be cut off. Okay, you'll still be able to see the 3. Yeah, for sure, Gwen. I think it's going to be a lot of fun, actually. That Seems pretty fun to the games that you got going on there. All right, so we're now we're recropping, but we got to get rid of that bottom and the sides. I don't know what is going on there. There's something going on. Or I might not mess with it because when I make this proxy, those edges aren't even there because it's just going to the edges here. That's what I would like. If I zoom in far enough, then I don't need, this line can move just a little bit. There. Okay. We'll do it that way. We'll do things right. There. Never had to do this before. Going really tightly crop it. Where's my box? There it is. There, and then our top should be fine. Yep. Okay. All right, position good on each side, good on the top, good on the bottom. Now let's get to this part, get rid of that. Oh. Sure everything's good there. Okay. That is gone. So let's start with the stuff on the top we know we want to do. We might do some stuff with the wheat down here, but I'm not positive I want to do that or not yet. So let's do this. We do need to clean up that side, so let's hit that first. Oh, no. We're not going to clean up that side because we're going to make some of these leaves come through. I like that idea too. So let's do this. I want that a little smaller. I need to bring this down a little bit more so I can see through. Okay, there's my big leaf there. Ooh, I went a little outside of it. Right to there. See how that looks. Bring this back up a little. I don't know if I want this leaf coming through. I might just want this one. Because that other one seems a little further back. It kind of looks funky there. So we're going to redo that a little bit. Come back, come back, come back, come back, come back. So we're going to go with just this leaf. Like this. I think that's what I want. Good night, Gwen. Thanks for stopping by. All right. I think I like that better just with the one leaf. Let's see. Yeah. I don't like multiple background leaves. This just gives that foreground. This is background. We will do these little dangles. Oh, they're berries. I didn't realize they were berries. I know I probably should have known that, but I just didn't. We're going to work our way across is how we'll do this picture here. How far over? Right to there. Yeah, that's fine. I'm just trying to decide if... Is that the berries then? Yeah, that's part of the berries. Okay. Just wanted to make sure. Sure I had that right. All right, let's get the sword through. All right, sword is done. Oh, we have some wisps here. I said I'd work ourselves left to right, so let's bring this down. And we will go like this. And I think all I need is this bottom part to be gone. There. Okay. That goes there. I don't know if I want to do that, actually. Only because it gives a little bit more dimension that this is like weaving in between. And so if I keep it, so the sword's here and then this is going behind the box, that I actually might like that better. Control Z. There we go. I think I went too far back. I think I went far enough back that I have to get the berries over here one more time. Oh no, I was on the sword, so I shouldn't have to do the berries. Is there anything I missed with the sword? Oh, is this little guy right there? Hey, what's up, AJ? Bang, bang, bang. I don't want to know your name. I just want bang, bang, bang. We'll get this guy here. And then I think that'll be it for the berries. I don't want the other berries this top here because that just kind of starts in the middle of the box. And that'd just be weird. You can still see it's 3. Yep. That works. All right. Berries galore. Sword is there. Yep. Gives that dimension now that whatever wisp is going behind the text box instead of in front. Because if we're at 70, yeah. I want to mess with your sword. Of course I do. Why wouldn't I, AJ? That's not a sword. All right, so we're going to get rid of your I should have known it was you still had more to that one. Well, you got to mess with the sword and the berries. They all need attention. You can't forget about the berries. All right. Ugh. Get off of that. What are you doing? Just trying to even this out a little bit. There. Too far. And trying to get rid of all the little nubbins and keep it pretty even across. Okay, that looks good there. It's a little thicker on the other side. I think that's fine though. Yeah, because we have, yep. I'm fine with it that way. So, the last thing. Because I don't think I want to mess with the wheat stuff down here because it just, there's a lot of it. I mean, you could do, let's just do a really quick thing here. Could really go, weep, 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 weep. Make those noises as you're doing it too. No. I don't want to do it. I just want to see what it would do there. All right, so let's get that logo. And where the blank is it going to go? Let's bring it over first. We could put it on the helm of the sword. I think that's what it's called, right? The helm of the sword, this little thing there. Shoot. It does fit. This could be interesting. It does have the right colors for the berries. I could just make a whole bunch of them, a bunch of berries. One that's smaller. Where's their smallest one? I could do this guy right there. I just do a bunch of them, like a crap ton of those, shrink them way down, and then just start. Oh man, there's gonna be so many layers to this one. Oops, don't do that. Damn it. I think I like that idea of just doing a shit ton of logo, but I want the smallest berry, so I'm not having to do as many. So maybe these over here. I think that works. This sword Yeah, this is up there. I mean, this was one of our staple versus ones, and it didn't win, surprisingly, against Sword of the Animist, and I think it's better than it. It's one of the best swords because it's dealing with ramp and a flicker, like ETB stuff. That's all you play. I mean, that's all you play in Magic is, I mean, I try to play as much ETB stuff as I can, so I'm getting a lot of uses out of it. All right, this is going to be interesting. Ooh, okay, duplicate layer. Oh, it's over here. So if I do that, and then I do it again. Oh man, we're just gonna have a ton of these. So we're just gonna do this. Oh, we're gonna have so many. I'm gonna combine all the layers though after I'm done. All right, so duplicate layer. There. We're gonna duplicate layer. This is stupid, but it's gonna be kind of cool. The most CommanderSmith logos on one card. I wonder how this one would print out though with all. I mean, it's just like any other graphic, but look how many layers I have going on here. All right, we're going to simplify this a little bit. We're going to grab all those layers, merge them all, and we'll just keep going with our copy. I could do a duplicate of all those layers, but then they wouldn't match up very well. How does it look so far? You can't tell it's a CommanderSmith. Like, that's how small it's going to be. No one's going to know. Only anybody that watched this video is going to know that that's there. It's kind of funny. How many more do I have to go? I wonder if I can do a duplicate of that one. Let's see what happens. Duplicate. All right, so just give me that big bunch. Hey, that actually might work. Layer those berries. Let's duplicate that layer. Oh, it's working. It's working. Duplicate that layer. All right, that's getting a little easier. Duplicate that layer. That is insane. I don't know how many of these I made, but there's a lot of them. All right, I should be almost done. It's actually worked out perfect which layer I grabbed. We need this down here. Let's duplicate that one. We'll have to combine all these so it's not just a pain in the ass when I come back to this. And this should be the last one. I think that'll work. All right. Let's do that layer through this layer. Merge them all. All right, let's see how that looks. It does look just like, what's up with these berries? Why do they look so weird? That's because it's a bunch of CSs all over the place. I like it. All right, so one thing I did want to mess with really quick, because I did get over that leaf there. I want to pull a little bit over on that. I'll grab that layer. Oh, we're still at this. Let's get that back there. There we go. And that one. Okay. Good. It wasn't much that I wanted to do, but I just want to make sure I got that leaf there. Okay. So that is it. That is Sword of Hearth and Home. Wait. Yeah, we did fix that. Sword of Hearth and Home. That is the extended art. We have Sword of Hearth and Home, the other art. And then we got Scrubland. That turned out pretty fantastic. and then the remake of Sensei's Divining Top, and that turned out pretty damn fantastic as well. So that's pretty good. Okay, so what I want to do, I still have to do drawing. So I got to draw for Stump the Smith Savant. And this week is week number 8, I believe. So if Lyra doesn't get stumped this week, we move that in with a third card into next week. I think this is week number 8. I got to double check later, but I'm pretty sure that's where it's at. So, all right. So this week's stumper, I'm not looking, trying to grab around, mix it around. Let's see. I got one. All right. Pulling it out. Pulling it out. Oh, are you kidding me? I feel like I have to pick a different person because it's Renshai 25 again. He keeps putting them in, which is good. And I mix that shit around. How is it getting to him again? Damn you, Renshai. AJ, I haven't even gotten yours yet. I know yours is in here. I haven't picked you, but what I am doing is if I don't pick a week, then I just pick the oldest one. I think you are next on the list, by the way, AJ. If I don't pick you, I think you are the next one to go. So. All right, so Renshai is going again to try to stump Lowry for a third time in like 5 weeks. So, yeah, if you guys want to submit your stumps, just send them to me at our email or shoot me a direct message. That should do it for Proxy Time this week. This was a long one, but we had to get a bunch of stuff out there as it had been a while since I did Proxy Time. So there, once again, Sensei's Divining Top. We have Scrubland, Sword of Hearth and Home, not that one. Let's get to the one that we have. Sword of Hearth and Home, the extended art, and then Sword of Hearth and Home, the regular, I guess, art. So, that should do it for this week. I will catch you guys next week. Thanks for watching. See ya. Bye.